What's going on, YouTube? Live this morning. Me and the wifey doing she's cooking breakfast. We're just having a general discussion about different things, just life and how things been, you know what I'm saying? Been going. I'm gonna go take the trash out while she back there whipping it up. She can holler at y'all if she want to. I'll be back. Camera. Talk to him.
Good morning, you.
Chefing up.
Huh?
I say, tell me what you chefing up.
Oh, have wanted some pancakes and eggs and sausage, so that's what I'm cooking for him today. So that's one thing I love to do is make sure he eats, because you gotta feed the man. And we ain't talking about no oodles and noodles either. So considering getting married, at least learn how to cook. Eating out here is expensive. You know, you may hit a roadblock where you can't go out to no fancy restaurants. So at least you can do is go to the store and get you some things and cook at home. And you know, when you cook for your man, it comes from the heart. So you're doing it because you love him.
And when you eat at home all the time, you appreciate it. Fast food don't really taste the same, and it be well worth it. But you know, let me take the trash out.
You want two different plates?
Nah, they got going.
So you surprised, you know, the little things go a long way in a marriage, you know, such as I know if it's something that he forgets, you know, I try to make sure that I leave it out so he won't forget it. Or just listening to your spouse, not interjecting in the conversation, but just listening to them. So,
What you talking about?
like how little things go a long way.
Oh yeah. I can say marriage is what you make it, but true indeed, I wouldn't say it's hard work. It's constant work, and as long as you said that, as long as you're willing to put in the work, it'll work out. I know with me, a lot of times I have to tell myself, reflection of just being selfish. We all tend to kind of have those tendencies, and I mean, you know, it could be a downfall at times.
You want this one?
Yeah. But you know, working together is one of the key things that kind of make things go a little smooth. It's all about, you know,
Teamwork.
Teamwork.
Basically, if you're not on the same team, you know, it's like you're on opposite teams. So what is the opposite team gonna do? They're gonna make sure they win. You're gonna make sure you win. But we can be both winning together and have more. So if you're not working together, you're gonna pretty much be in the same spot. Or one is down here and one is up here. But how fair is that as a married couple?
And you know, it's not easy. Trust me. You know,
Yeah, sure ain't.
it's not easy, but it becomes easier with time as you begin to learn and make adjustments. That's the biggest thing with this, learning and making adjustments.
You pick and choose your battles. You say, yeah, I'm pretty sure I do things that my husband can't stand, and you know, he does some things that might hurt me. But but anyways, do you want to start an argument because he left his clothes on the dime floor? Or, you know, do you just be like, you know, I'm just gonna pick it up. Trust me, because I know he knows that it irks me, but over time he's gotten better with it. And you know, it's just like, do I want to ruin this day by bringing this up? No. So I'm just gonna shut up because we're having a good day. and the bullshit is irrelevant, you know.
Yeah. Syrup.
Please don't tell me we got no syrup.
Huh?
Please don't tell me we got no syrup now.
Yeah, we got some.
Oh.
Get some though.
Okay.
Yeah, that was gonna be there.
It was gonna be rock, paper, scissors. Well,
I was just gonna shoot.
But still, you know, you want it fresh. But I'll put that on the list.
You want which one, drink?
Orange juice. That what you got out? See, it's little stuff like that. What you want to drink? You take your other half into consideration. Always ask him. Yeah, I may want something, but I always ask him. And he can't say I don't. I always ask him. Hey, what do you want for dinner today? What do you want for dinner today?
And you know, I ain't really picky. I am, but I ain't. So, unless it's something that I've been craving, I pretty much just tell her, do your thing. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, you know, go from there.
I don't care how tired you are. Clean your kitchen up. Clean your bathrooms.
Oh, that's one thing I can say. I can count on coming home to a clean house. A lot of my duties around the house really bare minimum, cut to none. You know, so I'm appreciative for that. I don't know y'all who can probably put it up where y'all could see but you can't see. That way you ain't really, y'all can hear us. That way you ain't really just staring at us while we eating, you know what I'm saying? Dogs outside, show y'all them real quick. They chilling right now. We'll get out and play with them. We'll probably walk them after we finish eating. But yeah, like I say, we went fishing yesterday. That's something that we definitely love doing. Is fishing. Fishing is something that, you know, we never get enough of. We spent our entire honeymoon mainly just fishing. Yeah, that too. But you know. Didn't really catch nothing yesterday. It was, but met some good people yesterday. Conversation and the vibe was pretty good yesterday. It was hot, but you know, the people made the atmosphere not even seem as hot as it was. Just off, you know what I'm saying, the laughing and the joking that we all did. And we never knew each other. Never met each other.
But we felt like family.
Yeah. Met some folks at the bait shop on the way to the lake. They was headed to one lake and asked us where we was going. And they changed their whole plan from where they was going and decided to follow us. So, you know, fishing bring together a lot of people.
We could put it on our side.
Mm-hmm. Where your phone at? I want to play some music.
Might be. Page it. It's in here. Damn it.
But yeah, I don't know who that is watching, but I appreciate you. Like I said, we eating, kind of small talking while we eating. Didn't want the camera all in the face. You know what I'm saying? I don't want y'all to see how fast I be eating. That's a military thing. You know what I'm saying? But
I just greedy.
ain't nothing wrong with being greedy. But like I say, marriage is what you make it. It can be a beautiful thing when two people come together, work together towards a common goal that both of them set together. It's about doing things together. Even if it's something I want to do, if it's something I want to buy, I still should get her feedback, her input. Because financially, that can be the downfall of a lot of relationships and marriages. Making poor financial decisions or making financial decisions without consulting with your significant other.
And especially if you just decide to go out here and buy something that's not really a need, but it's going to affect the wants. I mean, it's not a want, it's a need. So you've been about your wants, but the purchase of that want affects the need. So it's like, damn, we could have had this had you not bought that. Or why didn't you just come to me and talk to me about this? And now we have to start our budget all over, and et cetera, et cetera.
Oh yeah, budget. A budget is important. A budget can make you see where you at, and it can help you reach your goals, especially a lot quicker because you strategically plan out how you're gonna do things. Like I said, for me, she had me the question earlier in regards to like temptation and being tempted by others. I guess I don't really even pay it no mind to notice it. It's like, okay, yeah, somebody might small talk, might say hello, but hey, you know what I'm saying, to keep it moving. It ain't like, oh, hey, how you doing? What you doing today? Nah, I ain't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? If anything, I'd rather holler at my wife because she's supposed to be my best friend, so we're supposed to be able to communicate about any and everything.
Now please believe nobody can get in your house unless you let them in.
Yep.
So, a lot of people, they get mad at the person that, their spouse is cheating with, but that person wouldn't have been able to get in your house had your spouse not let them in. So that's something that you need to address with your spouse. And it's just a lot of bad luck and consequences that come behind that. And you just do right by your spouse. Like I don't care how difficult things may be. Do right by your spouse. Just treat people the way you want to be treated. And I swear your life will be so much better. Your marriage will be so much better. If you think, wow, if I did this, would I want this done to me? No. So I'm not going to do it to my husband.
Yep. And, like this weekend, we had planned on hitting the road. But we got up early, went fishing, didn't get no nap. We ended up falling asleep on the couch. Kids was gone. I was able to walk around the house in my drawers. Felt good. Get out the shower, walk around the house naked. Kids ain't here, you know what I'm saying? You got free reign. And it's not that, you can't do these things when your kids are home. It's about being respectful to the kids. In a sense, if the child don't have the experience then too early or at that age that they shouldn't have to, don't make them go through it. Because there's a lot of adults out here in society that are still traumatized from childhood events, and they can't fully function because of, you know, childhood events. Communication, even with the kids, is key. It's not being nosy, but it's like, hey, what you got going on? What's up? What's popular? You know.
And plus, kids don't have any privacy.
Right. Especially as long as they're in your house, living up under your roof, they don't have no privacy. I'm about a fool.
Pancakes do it every time.
Mm-hmm. Man. Yeah, I'm about full over here. But I don't like wasting food.
And another thing, when you get married, make sure that you want the marriage and not the wedding. Because the wedding and the honeymoon, yeah, you're going to have them butterflies, everything perfect. Y'all on vacation, it's just y'all. You know, you in La La Land. But when you come back home,
reality sets
that's when
in.
reality sets in. It's going to be some days where, when they say you get married for better or for worse, for richer or for poorer, they throw that out there. Don't give a damn what your financial situation is when you get married. You can get married a millionaire or just wealthy, and then something may come up. Or you can have all the money in the world, but your spouse gets sick. All that money in the world is not going to cure what's going on with them. So you have to take all of that into consideration. It's going to be some days where, yes, sex is extremely important. Don't let nobody tell you otherwise. Sex is very important. But it's going to be days where your spouse may not want to have sex because they sick, or they going through something, or they may have lost a family member. You know, that's going to be, but you manage your spouse because at that time they don't want to do anything with you. Like, you have to be understanding. Sometimes you have to be in their corner. You know, just be their best friend. Just listen, because it's gonna be some good times. It's gonna be some bad times. But just know that the bad times will outweigh the good. The good times will outweigh the bad. I'm sorry, but you know, you just have to be willing to work together, and just know that marriage is not anything to be played with.
Definitely not nothing to be played with, you know. You make that vow, you stick to it, you know. It's certain things that, you know, are not acceptable in marriage. Cheating, you know, that's one. Or, you know, that abuse, you know what I'm saying, going on, that's not cool neither. You know, but everybody gonna have disagreements, you know.
I don't give a damn. You're not gonna agree on everything. There is not one married couple that can say, "Oh, I love 100% of everything about my spouse." Oh, I agree with because we're still, even though married, you're still an individual. You still have your own thought process. You still have your own opinions. You know, so you're just not going to agree with everything that your spouse says or does, and vice versa. Your other half is not going to agree with everything that you do and say, but you have to learn to come together and find some type of common middle, some type of middle ground. Because if you come into a marriage with the expectation that every single day is going to be like the day y'all got married in that honeymoon, maybe you've already failed. You're going to be in for a rude ass awakening. It's gonna be that your wife not gonna look pretty every single damn day. Again, your spouse may get sick. You know.
On that note, hey y'all, let me show y'all how fine my wife is. She be tripping. Like, no makeup, no weed. It's all her hair. You know what I'm saying? That's all her. Thing growing. See that? Bring it back over here. She cooked, so guess I get on these dishes over here. You know what I'm saying? Part of making it work together. Whatever. Yeah, like I say, I mean it's daily work, and this is a part of the game that I ain't gonna say I had to learn. I have to and need to do more of. It's like, okay, yeah, she cooked, so pick up the slack and wash the dishes. You know what I'm saying? Or if y'all both cook together, she wash the dishes, sweep the floor, mop the floor. You know what I'm saying? Make it a teamwork thing. That way, one person don't feel like they bearing all the load, because that can be a whole different argument. Like, whole different argument. And you know, all arguments are not bad, because you know, points get taken into consideration during argument. But it's how you choose your choice of words during the argument that is important. You know, how you choose to react to the choice of words that's being said to you during the argument is important as well. All these things play a major factor in, you know, the argument going on for a day. Going on, you know, well, not, you know what I'm saying, a day, 5 minutes, a few seconds, or you know what I'm saying, a week.
Something that we have to learn, because we're both stubborn. We have to learn to not let things fester. We have to learn to not let things fester, or don't go to bed angry, because that's very important too, because then it boils over into the next day, and then the next day, and then in between y'all not talking, that gives the devil playroom to play in your mind with idle thoughts. So idle thoughts create more bullshit. And then now you're focusing on shit that happened 2-3 years ago. Like, what? That's not even what we're mad at each other about. Instead of just coming together like adults. Yeah, take some time apart. You gotta, like, if we're mad at each other, he's at work, I'm at home, yeah, take some time for communication apart, because you don't want to keep saying mean things. Somebody has to dead stop it. But when you come home before you go to bed, make sure that it's resolved, because you don't want it to be a situation where you wake up and your spouse is gone. Because life is short just like that. How would you feel?
Yeah. But yeah, you know, like I say, and this is something we're gonna start doing, cause actually I think this will be therapeutic for us. You know, we've had some bumps and bruises in the roads, but the fact that we still going, you know, it speaks volumes. Cause I know both of us can be hell on wheels, you know. And it's just, you know, constantly coming up with strategies and things to troubleshoot conflict is key. And that's with any relationship, not just in marriage. That's in relationship with your siblings, you know what I'm saying? That's in a relationship with your friends. Nobody wants to feel like they're being taken advantage of, or no one wants to feel like they're only called when they're needed. Like, if the only time you can call me is when you need me, I don't know if I want to be your friend, or I don't know if I want to have any association with you, because basically what I'm doing is I'm creating a dependency, and that's not something that's a good thing when it comes to, you know, because then that person gonna always feel, oh well, I got you. I can rely on this person to do this. And they won't do for themselves because they're totally reliant on, you know, what you'll do for them.
Hey, man, let me tell you something. Let me cut you off. It's 2020. There is no such thing as wife sits at home all day while the husband just does everything, or vice versa. Things are more expensive now. So if you're able to work or bring something to the table, even if you don't have to, try to start a small business or something. You know, just do something to help your spouse out, because it may be times where he is burnt out. He can't do nothing. And now something happens, we don't have the money like that, but you could have kept that money coming in. You can't put everything on one spouse. It's not gonna work that way either.
Yep, got to be able to transfer the load accordingly. So it's like when I know she's not at 100%, if she's at 90%, I need to be 110, and vice versa. If I'm at 75, she need to be at 125. That way, you know what I'm saying, collectively, we're hitting our average of 100%. Most people will say, oh, well, if you at 75 and she at 125, that's 200%. But if me and her is 1 and you divide that 200, you know what I'm saying, what you get? Simple math.
Yeah.
Now we're going to probably take y'all in the backyard with the puppies.
And they are puppies. They're huge. If you're familiar with cane corsos, cane corsos, but it's called cane corsos. But if you're familiar with that breed, they're big. So they're only 5 months old. They'll be going back to the vet soon, so we'll find out their exact measurements. But I do know back in June when they were 3 months old, they were already, 30 pounds?
So he was 27, she was 23 and a half.
Yeah. So now, okay, so we have a 7-year-old. She's 7 years old. She was 65 pounds with her last weigh-in. So the other day I picked one up. I picked Angel up, and then I picked up the dog. The dog was heavier than Angel, and he's just 5 months old. So they're big dogs.
Yeah, buddy. That's them. Say what's up to the camera. Say what's up to YouTube. Yeah, they all over me. I'm gonna find a place to set this so y'all can still see us. Come back. Hey, come back, girl. Move back. Yeah, now, ain't no such thing as personal space with them. They're gonna be right up under you. Every move I make, they right there. Trying to set up the camera somewhere. Can y'all believe that these darn dogs like to sit up in the chair? Hey, girl. Hey. 5 months. Can you believe that? You're gonna see more. Oh, hold on, man. You hit me in the nuts. Hold on. Time out. Got hit in the nuts. Time out. Hey. Sit down. Sit. Hey, out. Sit down. Hey, what I say? Sit down. Yeah. They doing heavy foot.
You'll literally think there's 2 grown men in the den fighting when they're wrestling and playing.
Hammer just kicked me in my nuts.
What?
Yeah. Jumping up on me. Hey, go.
You okay?
Yeah.
Your stomach hurt?
A little. I know how to get rid of it. It's gonna make it run off.
That's smart. It feels like a firecracker at the end. You better get the water hose.
They got a bath. Oh, he's really cool. Yeah, play long, baby. One by one.
They also hate all. Well, so you don't like it either.
Yeah, these mosquitoes something serious, but I don't like to use all. Hey, girl. Yeah, we pretty much let them do their thing. Barely have them on the leash. Most times have them on a leash just when they're around other people. Hey, stop that. But, you know, we made this decision together. We was shopping for small dogs. We was looking at the French bulldogs, the little minis.
It's a dog with color too.
But
no, don't lick it.
hey, nah, he wasn't. So we ended up getting them. A good friend of mine. He looked like his girl had got pregnant, so I was like, hey man, I'll take one. And when he showed me the picture of Hannibal, I was like, yeah, you know I want the boy. And went over there to see him, you know, interact with him. And I seen Princess and the other two girls. The other two girls was already sold, so Princess was the only one left. And he was like, yeah, she's still available. We really didn't pay attention to her. Then I took my wife over there, you know what I'm saying, when they finished paying for Hannibal. And she was like, oh, look at Princess. And she fell in love with Princess. So we made the decision that day, like, hey, yeah, we're going to go and get Princess too. A lot of people say, oh, you shouldn't do that. But, you know, as long as you do your part as an owner, everything else fall into place. Like I said, I know it may seem like we all over the place, but this is our life, you know what I'm saying? Fishing, dogs, and you know,
cars,
motorcycles. So there's a lot of interesting stuff. Working on bringing a second bike home so we can start doing ride videos. Have ride videos for y'all. That'll be coming real soon. It's so peaceful outside right now.
Shade really saving us, all these trees.
Yeah. But the mosquitoes, something serious out here.
I'm talking about they'll get together and form an arrow and point right towards you and attack.
If your pants leg down, they'll lift it up. They'll roll your sock down and bite you. That's how serious the mosquitoes is around here. But you know, on a serious note, you know, back to just marriage in itself. It's a beautiful thing. You know, constant work, but what's work, you know, if you're willing to put it in. And if you got a partner who's willing to put in the work with you, it don't seem as bad. shout out to everybody that's gonna watch this later. If you found your way to my channel via the Facebook group or Facebook post, there'll be a link in the description for the Facebook group that I got, where it basically helps other YouTubers, and we focus on giving each other, you know what I'm saying, attention and kind of interacting on each other's page. True, genuine, you know what I'm saying, subscribers. That's basically the ultimate goal in what we're building. I don't know who that is, just checked in. I don't have it set up where I could chat or type back, so I don't see nothing if y'all saying something right now. But if you hadn't hit that subscribe button, go ahead and do so, because it's plenty content. And I mean, while we got this going, I know this 36 minutes into it, but if you been on my channel before and you were noticing my videos before all the towing, I'm still towing. Just right now, the video aspect of that had to be put to a halt, you know, due to some circumstances, which don't even want to get all into the details of it, but just know it's all good, and it's more than one way to cook chicken. So, you know what I'm saying? That ain't gonna get that situation a whole 2 minutes, you know what I'm saying? I'm done talking about that. But just know, if you've been looking for videos, that's the reason you don't see them. You know, it's one of them CYA, you know what I'm saying, to cover your ass type thing. So I'm just doing just that. Back to, you know, marriage. Again, like I say, all I can say is it's work, but it's not work if you're willing to put it in the work. You know what I'm saying? As long as you're willing to do it, it'll work out. He like to be right up under. Right up under. I'm sorry, I'm blocking the car, so let me come this way. That way, it looks a little more.
Yeah, he has all this space in front of me, but instead of him just going in front of me, he crawls right up under my darn legs. Like, again, they're only 5 months, so they don't understand how big and strong and powerful they are. So they're babies.
We was at the lake yesterday, and a couple came up. They had their dog out. I'm not sure what kind it was. Didn't even ask her how old it was, but we were saying that our 5-month-old dog was the same size. He was the same size as their adult male dog. A different breed, of course, but just to, you know, put in mind that size. Also, if you in the Atlanta, Decatur area, you need something notarized. My wife's certified notary. She can notarize your documents, but it can't be none of that fugazi shit, you know what I'm saying? Put a link in the description below for that. That way, you know what I'm saying, you can have her contact information for that. Reasonable pricing, you know. Just all around, you know, trying to get it as a family. Won't really do too much politic type shit, cause my views on politics is, you know, it's crazy. And I'm not trying to persuade nobody to think no kind of way. All I want you to do is think.
That's all they do.
Yeah. Hey, come here. Come here.
Why do they slip and slide so much?
Got the jack and they get those grip.
Sorry. He hates this stuff. Shit, I don't like getting bit up.
What you want to talk about?
We pretty much covered the basics. We were talking about, marriage and life. Oh, and soon, like my husband said, we'll be posting more vlogs on riding motorcycles. We're trying to get a second one home now. I got my Class M endorsement April of 2019.
Cut it out.
So I went to the Harley Davidson Riding Academy in Conyers, Georgia, and took the class. But before I started going, he has a big cruiser, and I actually learned to ride with him. But I took some of the basics, but he taught me how to shift gears. He taught me how to balance the bike. So what was crazy was my original class was March of 2019. We had a police officer here in Georgia to get killed in the line of duty, so they did a huge ride-in. So we couldn't complete the classes because there were so many motorcycles. They needed the practice lot, so they canceled the class and rescheduled me for next month, which was perfect because it gave me time to practice on his bike. So he'll be behind me on a regular pedaling motorcycle.
I got videos. I actually go back and load them up. I put them together and I load them up.
Yeah, he'll be behind me on a motorcycle as I'm just pedaling through the neighborhood. But then after a while, I was shifting gears. I was balancing the bike better. I was able to take off on my own. So by the time I went back and took my class, I passed it. Flying colors. So, every now and then I get on his bike now still, and I'll, run a few laps and everything on it. But if you're considering getting in this motorcycle, just know it's not a game, it's not a joke, it's not anything to be taken lightly. And you have to watch out for what we call the caged people or people in cars, because you have people that don't really take motorcycles. They'll see you but won't care, or you have people that'll still pull up on you too close or just do dumb things, or you have people that still texting and driving and not even looking at you on a motorcycle, and then that's when we hope, unfortunately, fatal casualties come about. So it's a good feeling, I'm not gonna lie. It's like being on a roller coaster the whole time. It's a feeling that I can't even explain. It's an awesome feeling, but your sensors have to be heightened as well, if you know what I'm saying. You can't prevent everything, but you can prevent at least most of it if you're aware and vigilant.
Come here. Stop that.
What you doing, being mean to him?
Hunting.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Good. When you go back and look at the video, you'll see it. They at that curiosity age. Hey, cut it. You better not bite me. Sit down.
Yeah, he want to sit all on you, but you better not put your foot on him or anything. But he like to come bother you and stuff in your white big old moose.
He's trying to get my legs off there. You better stop nibbling on my clothes, or you be in trouble. Come on.
Okay. The IP just sent me something, just advertisements. Yeah, Thursday, August 13th through August 15th.
Yeah.
4 to 12 times the point, stuff like that. Adios.
It's still rolling.
I know. So what are your plans today? What are your Sunday plans? You ready for the week? Tomorrow's Monday. Monday is one of the busiest days of my job, but I just had to kind of, you know, just say, do I go to work Monday and be like, damn, it's Monday? Or do I say, you know what? I could be one of the millions of people out here in America that doesn't have a job or a way to provide for my family. So thank God I have a job to clock into on Monday. I really have to tell myself that where I work at. Not saying I don't appreciate my job, but it is something else. Yeah. Now, one more thing in marriage too, you have to be forgiving. You have to pick and choose your battles wisely, and you have to be forgiving. It's not saying that, oh, I didn't find an issue with what you did, but if you're gonna make it work, you have to be forgiving. Because if you don't forgive, that's anything in life. You don't want to be 20, 30 years later and you're still holding on to something that happened as a kid, and you're damn near 50 years old, and the person that did it to you, they're happy, living their life, going on vacation. I'm sorry, I don't like bugs. Shit. You know, going on vacation, living their life. You still sitting here 20, 30 years later pissed off at something that happened to you as a kid. You have to learn how to forgive, because man, I'm telling you, if I went through life not forgiving, I'd be a super miserable soul. You have to keep people out your relationship too, man. When you get married, it's just the strand of 3 cords. It's you, God, and your spouse. God always in the middle. He's always in the middle. Once you start letting them, all of them get in your marriage, shit is over with. Because now you're doing things for them and not your spouse. You're not doing what's best in your house. And half people, they got an opinion about your shit. When you need help financially, they ain't gonna be there. So why should you focus on what they think? Or why should you make a decision based on what they may think? When in actuality, people that can get the most damn opinions ain't gonna be there for you when you need them. Fuck them. You have to do what's best in your marriage. You can't put anybody. I mean, when you get married, I can remember when I got married. His mother, she actually was the officiant at our wedding, and she said, your wife is first in your life. I take a step back. And she's the woman that gave him life. She gave birth to him. But not even your parents come before your spouse. Not even your children come before your spouse. I know that a lot of people, my kid, does not say neglect your children. It doesn't say any of that. But you think about it. When you get married, you have kids, or y'all come together as a blended family, and these kids are not going to be in your house after a while. After a while, they're going to move out. They're going to have their own families. They're going to make decisions on their own. But guess who's going to be left in that house? You and your spouse. So while you were busy trying to make everybody else happy, making the kids happy, not saying don't make the kids happy, but you know, you get what I'm saying. You made everybody happy in that house but your spouse. You took focus off of your spouse. So now it's y'all, everybody gone. The kids are gone. Y'all empty nesters now. They living their life. You two are at home, miserable and out of love as fuck. Because you didn't follow those steps. God or Jesus, husband, wife, children. But when you follow those steps, everything will always fall into place. I can remember my daddy, God rest his soul. He never put us. It was five of us. It was me. I have three brothers and one sister. But I never known my dad to put us before my mom. Yeah, he took care of us and he loved us to pieces, but you best believe he made sure my mother had everything she needed and everything she wanted. And he made her happy and vice versa. So even after all of us had moved out the house and moved on living our own lives and started fishing and going out more, they could enjoy each other more. Ooh, one of them just went. Yeah. Woo. Sometimes it takes a while for the dog to do their business. You ever look at where you've been in life and how far you come? Like you may have been in a bad situation 5 or 6 years ago, but then you look down 5, 6 years later where you're at now, you're just like, damn, I was really going through some things and I pulled through it. You gotta be thankful for things.
Definitely. Being thankful is key to life.
Hey, Brutes.
Girl dog will be coming up on her back feet. Your homegirl who got.
Oh yeah. I don't even know. Stop. I don't even know if she out from obedience school yet.
Yeah.
She older than them now. I think last time I spoke to her, she was about 9 months. She about almost a year old now.
Good cleaning.
She's so affectionate. Now look, here we come.
Hey,
You can't love on one without the other.
Hey, stop. Hey, you, stop. What'd I say? Stop. Princess, relax. He definitely love attention. She love it too, but he definitely love attention.
somebody to love on her.
Can't have my hand right now. Not right now. No. 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 Not right now. Get out. But yeah, so in the recap, revamp of the channel. Gonna be more laws, interaction like this.
Really?
The wife, kids. We out on the boat fishing. Go slide. We talk, do some stuff. I knew that was gonna happen. Eventually, I knew that was gonna happen. Now they moving my chair. Can I have my chair back? Like, y'all ain't tired? It's almost lunchtime.
For who? Them? Oh, I'm full.
Yeah, I'm full as hell too. Breakfast was good as usual. Alright. There ain't nothing for you. Sit down. I'll get this damn brush. Yeah, let me go get that brush. What's that? Who want to be first here? Because we're going to need to hold the other one. Hey. Come here, princess. Grab honey.
Hey, come here, Dweeb.
Get away from now. Oh, you want some camera time? Go to your mama.
Come here. Got all this stuff on me. He might not want to come to me. Come here, boo-boo. Hannibal.
Go.
Hi, big man.
Come here.
Hey. All right, handsome. Sit down. Sit.
Come here.
You gonna get some attention in a minute. Baby boy, yeah.
Yeah, this part. Hey.
He gets jealous. They get jealous of each other. I call him Mr. Me Too because you can't start petting her without petting him. And then when you don't, the results are him barking or just getting extremely jealous. So.
Come here. Come here, girl. Where's your chin at?
Nope.
Yep. Hold your chin up. Come here.
Sit down.
Hush. Hush. What I say? Sit down. Sit down. Hush. That's why you got a pimple on your nose. So much. Here you go. Release group. Come here. Come on. Your turn. You ready?
No, princess. She ain't as bad as him.
He couldn't wait. Get back.
Come here. Come here,
Get
princess.
back.
Stop being a dweeb, man.
Hi, ma'am. Hi, little girl. Hi, little girl. With your soft, velvet ears. Love you. You know, it's they back getting darker.
What hers is.
Hey, stand up, man. Get up. Up.
Spoiled.
Lay on this side and shit. Move.
When we got these jokers, you could hold them. Come here. You could hold them like this. That's how small they were.
Okay, come on.
Now, shh.
Come on.
Big old butterfly.
Fat butterfly.
Move that guy. Move. Move. But yeah, next time I'm gonna set it up well some kind of way. I can see the chat and interact with y'all. That way we can answer questions if you got any, or you know what I'm saying, reply back to comments. But
Stop.
make sure you hit that like button, hit the subscribe, click all on that bell notification. That way you updated on the latest video that's being released. There definitely will be more. We're gonna go on and check out for now. We'll see y'all on the next one. Peace.